We're very happy to continue our knowledge sharing mission through this series of chats with marketing leaders from all over the world. And we couldn't be more excited to have Mathias join us today from Hindawi Publishing. How did you end up becoming the Chief Journal Development and Marketing Officer of Hindawi Publishing?
I've been in the publishing space for almost 10 years in trade publishing, so books, Penguin, Random House, helping authors find a home for their novels. Effectively, I read a book by a guy called Jared Lanier, which talked about how we value information in the world and how the validity of information is becoming harder and harder to understand. And I started to look for roles within publishing that helped support sharing of information rather than just simply fiction. And I found that there's a whole space, academic publishing, which is about publishing science and research. I moved into that space, worked for 4 or 5 different publishers before coming to Hindawi. Hindawi is a relatively unique player in the space of academic publishing, that it publishes hundreds of journals, but it makes all the content completely open to everyone, right? Which is all about how you make knowledge more accessible and understandable. And so I was excited to join and kind of rebuilt their marketing structures. So they'd done a very good job of the publishing side of things, but perhaps not of sharing and raising awareness of the content that they were publishing. So I joined initially as the marketing director and then worked up to pretty much looking after the development of the whole journal portfolio and engaging authors, editors, reviewers, and the readers of the content.
What exactly does Hindawi Publishing do?
So it publishes science, technology, and medicine journals. So we have 230 journals that cover all areas of science, technology, and medicine. And those are peer-reviewed journals. So academics and researchers from around the world submit their content. That content is then reviewed and edited by other active researchers. And then we facilitate the publication and the promotion of that content. So to really help share the scientific research that is being produced the world over.
What's one career advice you've received as a marketing leader that's been particularly valuable to you?
Data is key in understanding the data that are available to you, but then also how to utilize those and make them really enable you to understand and service your customers as effectively as possible. We live in a digital world now, and so data is widely available, but being able to really understand what is valuable and how to utilize that is some of the best advice I've been given.
Last year was tough for anything event related. As a result, did you feel we've had fewer opportunities to market your product?
In our industry, there is a lot of events. Academics meet together hundreds and thousands of times a year to discuss science and research, and obviously publishers play an important role in engaging with researchers there. But there has been a massive shift towards online and digital events, and many of the leading events and many smaller events have made this switch very quickly. And so there wasn't so much a loss on the visibility. If anything, there was actually more opportunity because in-person events has a certain restricting element. You need to travel to get there. There's only so much room people can be in. But actually digital events, you can have more people there. You have a direct connection to them. You can gather and understand greater levels of data about them and then service them much more effectively. And so it's actually been beneficial in many ways. I mean, human contact would be nice, but the ability to actually reach out and understand much greater audiences has been a real boon.
In your opinion, do you think virtual events here to stay?
In the academic world, I think definitely the virtual events are here to stay. I think there will also be a comeback of in-person events, but it won't be that they will replace virtual events. I think we'll actually see a proliferation and growth of both types of events. Whether in-person events will come back to the level that they were at in the past in our industry, I'm not entirely sure, but I think the overall number of events will be much higher because there'll be so many more virtual events and smaller, more mobile, more agile events.
What are you most excited about for 2021? And is there anything interesting you've already planned for your company?
It's around data, but also around really understanding our customers better and using greater behavioral metrics to develop our profiles and build in an understanding of how people are engaging with virtual and digital events and virtual spaces in a much more consistent manner to be able to map and understand, okay, these are the audiences that are best related to these products and services that we provide. And we have big plans this year to implement that.
That's all for today. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, Mathias, and I'm looking forward to the next catch-up. Thank you.
Thanks, Mahadi.